You're not ready for what just dropped. No, seriously. This one's shaking the hip-hop world from Harlem to Hollywood. Camron just went nuclear. And no, it's not a track. It's a court document. Filed. Official. Explosive. And it's aimed directly at Jim Jones. But not just him. His entire family. We're talking secrets, money, betrayal, the kind of drama that doesn't just trend, it torches reputations. So here's what went down. Camron walked into court and dropped what might be the most savage legal attack in recent hip-hop history. He's calling out Jim Jones's family, accusing them of running fake businesses, moving shady money, and keeping it all under wraps behind designer suits and Dipset loyalty. These aren't just internet rumors. We're talking court-level receipts. Cam says there's a whole network of ghost companies, real estate fronts, fake investments, all designed to move money quietly and fast. Millions of dollars. In and out. On paper, it all looks clean. But Cam claims it's dirty to the core. Offshore transfers. Inflated property values. Companies that don't actually exist. And yeah, he's got names. Bank statements. Wire receipts. Leaked docs that show deposits from Caribbean accounts, disappearing just as quickly into European shells. One so-called real estate firm looks shiny on the outside, big buildings, investors rolling in, but behind the scenes, Cam says it's all smoke. Ghost deals. No real income. Just numbers pushed around to make it all look real. And the worst part? Cam's saying this isn't just Jim running the show. This is the whole family, tight circle, working together. He claims some members knew exactly what was going down. Others were forced into silence. Threatened with being cut out, disowned, humiliated if they didn't play along. According to the filing, there were secret meetings. Heated arguments. Some family members wanted to come clean. Others wanted everything buried. The money, the mess, all of it hidden to protect the empire. But when you build a legacy on lies, it's only a matter of time before the foundation cracks. And Cam's filing? It's not a crack. It's a wrecking ball. One source told him about a party. Champagne flowing like water. $100,000 cars parked outside. Private jets. High fashion. All funded by the same money now under investigation. And if that wasn't enough, Cam's legal team says they've got audio. Real conversations. Behind closed doors. Jim and his people talking about keeping mouths shut. Making sure nobody breaks the silence. In one alleged clip, someone says, if anyone talks, they lose everything. Think about that. A family ruled by fear. Not loyalty. Not love. Fear. Of losing money. Losing face. Losing it all. Jim Jones and his team? They're denying everything. Calling it a witch hunt. Saying Cam's just bitter. Trying to stay relevant. But court documents don't lie. And the media? They're tearing through every line of that filing like it's gospel. Analysts. Reporters. Even rival rappers are watching this unfold with wide eyes and tight lips. Social media's on fire. Memes mocking Dipset's flashy lifestyle. Fans. Split in two, some defending Jim, others saying they knew this day would come. Harlem is divided. And the rap game? It's watching. Because this isn't just a beef anymore. It's a full-blown war. The kind that doesn't end in a track. It ends in handcuffs. Maybe worse. Industry insiders say whispers like this have been around for years. Shady money. Mismatched numbers. But nobody had the guts to go public. Nobody had the receipts. Until now. And the timing? Couldn't be more savage. Just weeks before Jim's album release. Coincidence? Maybe. Strategic? Absolutely. Because Cam knew exactly what this would do, to Jim's brand, to the Dipset name, to the legend they built together. He's not just pulling back the curtain. He's burning it. And as for the legal fallout? Experts say if even half of what Cam's alleging is true, this could spark major investigations. IRS, FBI, racketeering charges. We're talking serious time. Not just headlines. Not just damage to reputation. Real consequences. Real time. But here's the thing, Cam didn't just drop this and walk away. He's involved. Meeting with lawyers. Talking to investigators. Prepping for what might be the messiest, most high-profile court drama hip-hop's ever seen. Some say he's a traitor. Some call him a hero. But everyone agrees, this is bigger than music. This is about power. About money. About family. And how far people will go to protect it all, even if it's built on. And just when you think it can't get more insane, it does. Because now we're getting into the tapes. Yeah, actual recordings. According to Cam's team, there are audio clips passed on by anonymous whistleblowers. Leaked conversations. Private talks. People close to Jim, supposedly caught discussing hush money, how to keep things off the books, and how to shut down anyone who might talk. One voice allegedly says, if anyone opens their mouth, we all go down. Another? It's not business anymore, it's survival. That's the kind of stuff you expect in a movie, not a real-life court case involving rap legends. And while Jim's side is calling it fake, people are listening. And believing. Because the details are too specific. Too dark. And too consistent. With the rumors that have been circling the industry for years. And then there's the money trail. According to leaked files Cam has, there were millions, yeah, millions, wired from random companies no one's ever heard of. Shell corporations. Empty LLCs. Some of them don't even have websites. They just exist on paper. One transfer shows $3 million coming in from an offshore account into a Harlem real estate company. But guess what? That company doesn't own any real estate. Another flagged $500,000 in withdrawals in a single month. With no explanation. No invoices. No clear business use. Just money moving fast, then gone. Cam says it's all classic laundering. Hiding income. Dodging taxes. Shifting cash until no one knows where it came from. Except now, someone does. Because those records? They're in the hands of legal teams. And reportedly, federal investigators are watching. The IRS. The FBI. Agencies that don't move unless something smells real off. And this? It reeks. Behind the scenes, insiders are jumping ship. People who once stood next to Jim at shows, in meetings, in boardrooms, suddenly quiet. Some are distancing themselves fast. Pulling out of partnerships. Backing away from sponsorship deals. Nobody wants to be in the blast zone if this thing blows all the way up. And some? They're flipping. There's talk of family members turning. People cutting private deals with prosecutors. To protect themselves. To avoid going down with the rest. Think about that. This used to be a tight family. A solid brand. Now, it's survival mode. Every man for himself. And all of this is spilling out into the streets. Harlem's reacting. Some are angry. Some are heartbroken. Because this isn't just a rap scandal, it's local. It's homegrown. People who looked up to Jim, who saw Dipset as a movement, now don't know what to think. One community activist said, "We worked hard to build something here. This kind of scandal sets us all back." Businesses that once proudly supported the brand are rethinking everything. Even youth programs are nervous, wondering if funding tied to Jones-linked charities might dry up. All because of what's coming out in this case. And don't get it twisted, the music industry is watching closely. Artists who've been quiet are now whispering behind closed doors. One former Dipset affiliate, speaking anonymously, said, "Honestly, I'm not shocked. The stories were always there. But we thought it was just hype. Guess not." And just like that, what started as a legal filing is now turning into a cultural earthquake. Careers could end. Legacies could vanish. Labels are waiting to see what happens. Because if even one formal charge hits, the fallout will be instant. No bookings. No deals. No airplay. Brands drop fast when controversy gets real. And this? This is very real. Meanwhile, Jim is still fighting back. Denying everything. Hiring the best lawyers. Trying to spin the narrative. Word is, he's even exploring a documentary to tell his side. Control the damage. Rebuild the image. But for now, it's a losing battle. Because the headlines keep coming. Every day, new threads. New clips. New leaks. And every time Cam stays quiet, it just fuels the storm. Like he's letting the truth speak for itself. Or maybe saving something even bigger for later. Some say this was all calculated. That Cam waited for just the right moment. Right before the album. Right when Jim had the spotlight. To knock him off balance. But others? They think Cam just got fed up. Tired of the secrets. Tired of the lies. And decided to tear it all down, no matter the cost. Either way, the damage is done. The Dipset dynasty? Cracked. Maybe beyond repair. And now, it's not about who's telling the truth, it's about what the law finds. Because once subpoenas are issued and court dates are set, it doesn't matter who said what on Instagram. It matters what's provable. What's on record. What's on tape. And what those money trails reveal when they're forced into the light. Legal analysts say this could take years. If it goes to trial, we're looking at one of the biggest music industry scandals since the early 2000s. But even if it doesn't, the reputational hit is already brutal. And fans? They're torn. Some say Jim's innocent until proven guilty. Others think the smoke has turned into fire. Fast. One viral comment said it best, "This ain't a beef. This is a burial." So where does that leave everything? Cam is positioned as the whistleblower. The truth teller. The one who snapped the industry out of denial. Jim is now on the defensive, fighting for his name, his freedom, and his legacy. And the Dipset story? It may never be the same again. The next court hearing is set. More documents are being reviewed. Rumors say even more tapes exist, and they're worse. But whether or not they go public, the damage is done. The world's watching. The music's paused. And Harlem's holding its breath. Because this isn't just about money anymore. It's about what happens when the empire you built starts crumbling from the inside. And the person swinging the hammer used to stand right beside you.